In the peaceful village of Greenfield, there lived a hard-working farmer named Thomas. Thomas was known for his kindness, honesty, and dedication to his work. He lived alone in a small cottage on the edge of the village and had a strong, loyal horse named Thunder. Thunder was a beautiful chestnut horse, known for his speed and strength. He helped Thomas with all his work, from plowing the fields to carrying heavy loads of crops to the market. One day, as Thomas was working in the fields, dark clouds gathered in the sky. A great storm was coming, with thunder crashing and lightning flashing. Thomas hurriedly led Thunder back to the stable to protect him from the heavy rain and wind. But the storm was stronger than expected. The winds were so fierce that part of Thomas's barn was knocked down, and some of his crops were destroyed. Thomas was worried about the damage, but he was grateful that Thunder had stayed by his side, safe and sound. The next morning, after the storm passed, Thomas went outside to assess the damage. To his surprise, there was a new neighbor who had just arrived in Greenfield, a young woman named Clara. Clara had inherited a small farm just outside the village and was looking to start a new life. She was friendly and kind, and Thomas offered to help her get settled. Clara didn't have a horse, and Thomas noticed that she struggled to carry heavy loads of hay to her farm by herself. Seeing her need, he offered to lend her Thunder whenever she needed help. Clara was grateful for Thomas's offer, and Thunder seemed to like her right away. He allowed Clara to ride him without hesitation, and she marveled at his strength and beauty. They quickly became good friends, and Thunder helped Clara with her farm work. The villagers began to notice the bond between Clara and Thunder, and they admired how well the horse worked with both Thomas and Clara. One day, a notice was posted in the village square about an upcoming horse race in the neighboring town. The prize was a large sum of money, and it was a chance for Thomas to earn enough to repair his barn and buy new seeds for his crops. Thomas knew Thunder was fast, and he had a feeling they could win. Clara, too, encouraged Thomas to enter, knowing how much the prize money would help him. Thomas hesitated at first. He didn't want to put too much pressure on Thunder, but Clara reminded him that the horse had always been strong and reliable. Finally, Thomas decided to enter the race, confident that Thunder could handle it. Thomas and Clara began training Thunder for the race. Every morning, Thomas would ride Thunder around the fields, and Clara would encourage him from the sidelines. Thunder, who had always been a hard-working horse, seemed to enjoy the challenge. He ran faster and faster each day, his muscles growing stronger, his legs more agile. As the days passed, Thomas and Thunder grew more confident. Clara kept them both motivated, reminding them that they were ready. The villagers also began to support Thomas, cheering him on and wishing him good luck for the race. The night before the race, Thomas couldn't sleep. He sat by the fire in his cottage, staring at the flickering flames. He was nervous. What if Thunder didn't win? What if he wasn't fast enough? Clara, noticing Thomas's anxiety, came to visit him. She smiled and said, "Thomas, you and Thunder have already accomplished so much. This race is just a way to show the world how hard you've both worked. Whether you win or lose, you've already proven your strength." The day of the race arrived, and the entire village gathered to watch. Thomas and Thunder lined up at the starting line, along with several other strong horses and skilled riders. The crowd cheered, and Thomas felt his heart race with excitement. He looked at Thunder, who was calm and focused. The race began with a loud whistle, and the horses bolted forward. Thunder galloped with all his might, his hooves pounding the ground. Thomas held tightly to the reins, guiding Thunder through the course, which was filled with sharp turns and steep hills. Other horses tried to pass them, but Thunder's speed and strength kept him in the lead. As they approached the final stretch of the race, Thunder was neck and neck with another horse, a large stallion owned by a wealthy merchant. The crowd was on the edge of their seats. Thomas urged Thunder to go faster, but the merchant's horse was closing in. With one last burst of energy, Thunder pushed ahead, his powerful legs carrying him forward. Thomas could feel the wind rushing by, and with a final sprint, Thunder crossed the finish line first, just a nose ahead of the merchant's horse.
The crowd erupted in cheers. Thomas and Thunder were awarded the prize money, and Thomas used it to rebuild his barn and buy new seeds for his farm. Clara also thanked Thomas for his help and offered to return Thunder whenever he needed him, but Thomas smiled and said,